Ride the Tide Sports Podcast is brought to you by Vegas Sports Advantage.
Welcome to VegasSportsAdvantage.com, the website where you can win with us. It doesn't matter if your favorite team is playing.
It doesn't matter what you think.
What matters is which team has the best odds to win. Our MIT team has had a winning record every year for the past 15 years. This gives us the confidence to guarantee all of our packages. We have the highest verified record. Don't miss out. Get in the game. It doesn't matter which sport it is.
It doesn't matter what you think.
Win with Vegas Sports Advantage. Go to VegasSportsAdvantage.com to start winning today.
Don't hit my phone, you not acting professional. I learned my lesson from texting my exes, but don't let it change my own schedule. You a slime, who knows what a fed'll do. It's so crazy they act like they care, but if we in the gym and you know they won't step for you. I was rhyming about my own past, I must let it go and just take me a step or two. Into the future, they talk on the net, I'm not in the computers. I'm on his head, man, we sending the shooters. They want him dead, but I'm leaving the loser. My word is my word, if I say I'ma do it, don't care if I'm gone, I'ma live in the music forever. Inscribed in the pressure, I'm moving, it is what it is, but it ain't what you doing. I'm talking in guap, now I'm speaking it fluent. When I hit the road, I won't leave till I do it. Acting out of hand, I'm like, be what you doing. We started off good, can't believe that we ruined it, yeah. I tried to fix with a sewing kid, yeah. I tried to fix it, you know I did, yeah. I tried to fix it, you know I did, yeah.
Well. Welcome back. It's the podcast time of the night where you join us on Ride the Tide Sports Podcast. Welcome to episode 32. I'm with Snoop, Luke, and McDilly. The Wanderer is making some pizzas tonight, so he will not be joining us.
He's wandering around.
We did not get Jake to join us either because he's also at work, and he was going to join us on tonight's podcast, but that will not be happening either. So you got the three of us, and you're going to have a great time because we always have a great time. And less opportunity for arguments, but if they do happen, they're going to be a lot more intense. So
I'm gonna argue with Luke tonight. I can feel.
I can feel it.
Knock your skull off your body, son.
I'm gonna just.
All right, so let's get into today's episode. We'll start it off with the MLB playoffs, just because those are happening right now. So we'll start it off with the game that's live right now. Boston and Houston, Game 5. Boston's currently getting smacked.
Yeah.
Boston is a playoff team when it comes to baseball, in my opinion, and I think they usually prosper in the playoffs. But this is just not looking good. It's looking like Houston has found another way to cheat without cheating, and now here they are. What do you guys think about this game, and how does this series turn out if Houston takes this game?
I think that one guy's going to get pretty darn close to hitting his $2 million bet.
You're not wrong. He will get pretty darn close. Mattress Mac.
I still got Boston and
dude, Mattress Mac's literally gonna win his bet because I told him that he wouldn't.
You straight shit. You and Dylan both shit on the Astros.
Yeah, all over him.
You just gave him the juice to go all the way.
I still got Boston in 7 because here's how I look at it. Boston's bullpen has been clutching up when they haven't really needed to have been, low-key, because they've been putting up 11 runs, 13 runs, because they're hitting grand slams like fucking San Diego last year. It's wild right now. But right now, it's 7-1 Houston. Houston is most likely going to win this game, and honestly, in my opinion, the best-case scenario would be to Houston to keep drawing out as much runs as they can because this offense has been hot all postseason except for the last 2 games. I think if they get hot now, then the next 2 games, it will stay consistent in the series, and Boston was going to just have to put up as many runs as they can because this series has been an offensive slugfest. So, and I think that, that's why I think Boston still has a good chance to win in 7 games. But
I just think you like the dream teams.
No,
Dylan,
I just hate Houston.
Dylan, how many runs did the Houston Astros score against Boston's bullpen last game? in one inning.
Yeah, that ninth inning was not good. 7 runs.
7 runs.
7 runs.
So, I don't fully support your statement on Boston's bullpen because they gave up 7 runs in the ninth inning in a tie game. Was it? Either way, 7 runs in the ninth inning in a playoff game. What the fuck is wrong with you guys?
Yeah, in the
like
ninth
what?
inning, that's pretty bad.
That's some Detroit Todd Jones type stuff. Like
Boston,
you don't see that anymore.
Boston got 2 runs. They were winning 2-1 after the first inning.
Go on.
And then they tied it up, or the Astros tied it up in the 8th. And then they popped off for 7 runs.
Yeah, then so
it
was tied.
Look at
Boston
that clutch
stayed
Boston
quiet.
bullpen just clutching up real good to save the day. 7
It was-
fucking runs in the ninth inning. Yeah, all right.
It was bad.
I don't know if Boston has what it. I think Boston might have used everything up in the tank.
I don't know. Boston,
To
the
get
Red
to where
Sox
they are.
the Red Sox here, in my opinion, and this is not biased against Houston. The Red Sox are a good playoff team when they're down.
Yeah. No, I've said
So,
that. Boston's
that
a
is a
great
big-
playoff team.
Like
Especially
the
for
Red
baseball.
Sox, especially the Red Sox, yeah. But another big playoff series that's going on that a lot of people are surprised about, and it's been a great series in my opinion, is the Dodgers and the Braves. Now, the Braves started off this series going up 2-0, surprising a lot of people with 2 walk-offs back-to-back. That's a crazy way to win both of your games, get the fucking crowd growing, get the momentum all the way on your side. Then you go into Dodger Stadium, you're up 4-1. All of a sudden, runners are on first and second in the 8th inning for Cody Bellinger. And I said to Luke in the party, I don't know if Luke was in here, but I said it to Travis for sure. This man right here is going to homer
You
or
told me
strike
about
out.
it.
There is
I
no
jo-
way that nothing else happens. And the next
I
words that came
joined-
out of my mouth were tie game, Cody fucking Bellinger. I called it.
I was halfway there because I joined just before he hit the home run, like as he hit it, and then you were going off about it, and then you told me about what happened.
Okay, so I just want to say that comeback by the Dodgers and then, Mookie and the doubles and taking the lead and all that was great. It honestly makes me think that the Dodgers will still win this series. But the fan in me, because I love my Cinderella stories, really wants Atlanta to pull it off. You know what I
Right.
mean? So, I want your
Get outta
opinions
here.
on who you think is going to win this series. I mean, you still sticking with the Dodgers? Nothing changing?
I have the Dodgers winning the ship.
I didn't ask. I wasn't asking Ty. I know Ty
They ain't
hasn't
losing
won the
any
World
series.
but Luke,
I'm thinking Dodgers take it.
okay.
But you want to talk about clutch bullpens and the lack of from the previous series. This one, can we talk about Kenley Jansen?
Yeah, striking out the side.
Comes in after his team clutches up to take the lead and just retires the side
Bang, bang,
like
bang.
nothing.
He remembered what it was called.
Shut up.
I love that. Earlier, Luke goes, "What is it when they go 1, 2, 3?" I'm like, "The pitcher." He's like, "Yeah." I'm like,
It
"Retired the
dropped
side?" He goes,
out of my-
yeah.
It dropped out of my mind for that moment. Okay.
It was on the tip of his tongue for 2 minutes, and I was sick of listening to him struggle.
So,
He's like, "What are you talking
Luke,
about? What are you trying to say?"
you have Dodgers in 6 or 7?
Whatever it
6.
takes.
They going
Yeah,
right
whatever
straight? I
it
know
takes.
Tyler probably
Whatever
has
it
to say-
takes.
I'll take Dodgers in 7.
Infinity Stones. The Dodgers are close.
But I think that's it. That's gonna do it for baseball right now. 2 games, or 2 series, but 2
2
hell of
games, but there's
series.
only 4 teams left playing baseball, so
End of the day.
not a whole lot to talk about other than those 2 games because nothing else is happening. Everyone else is just golfing or something. I don't know.
Or
So we'll move
they're playing
into
basketball.
or they're playing basketball. So we'll move into some NFL football.
Oh damn! I
just
thought
to
I got it
cover
right.
the,
Fuck.
You thought it was basketball next?
That's why I said that. I tried to set myself up and I fucking fucked it. Sorry for the language. I'm just mad.
So NFL football. So let's start it off with the most recent Monday Night Football. What a game!
Yeah!
What a game! Let's hear it, Dylan. Let's hear it from you.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna make it just all about me for a second. I went into that night down 35, Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs on the board. I said, best case scenario, I'm going to spend 3.5 hours watching a football game that I'm going to win in fantasy because Josh Allen and Stephon are going to rake, and my Tennessee Titans are going to win. And that's exactly what I saw. I got my money's worth, and I didn't pay a dime. It was free. I should have had to pay for that shit. It was unbelievable. Derrick Henry, booming out, 70-yard touchdown run. 3 touchdowns for the King. Tennessee going crazy. Josh Allen slinging the ball to Diggs, slinging the ball down the field. They also had a big play that I want to talk about, and that was a 101-yard kick return for Isaiah McKenzie, which would have put him up late before that fourth quarter drive, but because they want to hold, and then they take it back. There was 2 touchdowns that were called back because of holding calls for Buffalo. But anyways, the main play that everyone's talking about towards the end was 4th down, 1 yard to go. Not even. It was less than a yard because Josh Allen did some cartwheel to try to get a first and almost got it. Then on 4th and inches, goes for it, and apparently he slipped, is what everyone's saying, had no footing, and it honestly looked like he did. Drops down, Titans win. I win my fantasy football game. I win because the Titans win. I was losing my fucking mind going crazy at midnight, man. It was amazing for me, but honestly, that's just my recap. I had to make it about me for a minute, but what did you guys think of the game?
Did you freak out the dog?
No, I freaked out, but he didn't go crazy.
Impressive. I'm actually shocked. Good job, Coda. But I was just more impressed at the fact that my quarterback continues to not do shit, Ryan Tannehill, and they win the game. Because they have Barry Sanders on their fucking team.
Barry Sanders.
In that regard, I mean, no one can tackle him. No one can tackle Barry Sanders, and no one can tackle Derrick Henry.
He's the king, bro.
The safety on Derrick Henry's 72-yard touchdown run looked very hesitant as to whether or not he should get in front of Derrick Henry. And then by the time it was too late, he was diving for Derrick Henry's ankles. And Derrick Henry literally runs like a robot.
Well, listen,
he does not move anything but his legs. I think
this is perfect. I think this is the perfect summary of Derrick Henry. I saw a tweet, and it goes, when you play Madden and be a pro mode and you create your running back, that's what you create him to be.
Literally. Literally. You're just running, you break one tackle and all of a sudden you're running 70 yards. He's a Madden type character. It's
unbelievable.
He's playing a game while everyone else is trying to live their lives. He's playing a video game.
I love it. Luke, what do you think?
Well, I mean, I really didn't like it because, it kind of caused me to lose in fantasy.
Yeah, that's
true. Because why would, for some reason, every time it comes down to me needing to defend a lead against someone who's playing in Monday Night Football, they have themselves a game. No, not even. They have themselves more than the game. They probably have the best game of the season. And I don't get it.
Every primetime game has been amazing.
It was his second 3-touchdown game of the year, wasn't it? Or was it his third?
That was his second.
Okay.
But I will say that every Monday Night Football game this year has been a high-scoring fucking slobberfest. He has 800 yards, 100-plus yards more than anyone else in the league. But I think that coming off of the last 2 games being the loss to the Jets and the 11-point win to the Jaguars, you needed a win like this over the Buffalo Bills, who have been red fucking hot. If you're the Tennessee Titans.
If you're a Buffalo fan,
I'll be honest.
If you're Josh Allen, if you're anybody on the Bills, I'm not gonna cap. You needed a reality check. You're not winning every game in the National Football League, where everybody in that league is a professional football player and does that for a living, by 18 points.
Hey, they had to go for the record.
You can't do it. It's just not going to happen.
Hey,
With the talent that's in
the
the
record-
NFL this day and age, it's not going to happen.
Okay, but they had
So
a
they
record
needed that
to break.
reality check to know that,
Yeah.
all
That
right,
is true.
we
They
can
did have a
get
record
beat.
to break.
like,
Hey,
you know.
it could have came a game after. We could have had another record-breaking game.
You're right. We could have, but the problem
Yeah,
is,
but I think
is
we had
that
enough blowouts on Sunday
They
to
honestly
make up for
did
that not being a
exactly
blowout.
what Tyler said. They did exactly what Tyler said because we knew they were going to put up 30 points against the Titans secondary. That was happening. We knew
Yes,
that.
that was clear.
But Tyler honestly said on his prediction, he goes, what I think is going to happen is that's going to happen, but the Titans are just going to go nutty and get more points than that and then end up winning the game.
That was
and
the
that's
only
exactly
way
what
they were
happened.
going to win that game. That was the
See,
only way.
I couldn't say that, and I was saying the complete opposite because I was about to bet Derrick Henry under 50 yards because I was playing
Luke.
against him in fantasy.
Luke, you were sitting in my
Yes.
living room when I looked at you and said, Luke, you should probably bet Derrick Henry for like 3 touchdowns and like 1,000,000 yards. And
Oh.
you decided to do the opposite. When a week before that, I was playing you and I was supposed to bet your guy to do fucking great. That way, if he did great, I still get money and I'm not mad. But I didn't do it and he went off. And you didn't do it and Derrick Henry went off. So clearly, we're messing up a system here that we should be following
Yeah,
to a
betting against
T.
my own team, big trust.
That's
All
a bad
right,
idea.
but that was a
Anyway,
hell of a game.
trust.
But there was a lot of blowouts in the NFL this week. But I think there was a couple close games. But the biggest one in the 1:00 slate, and the damn game that cost me my perfect fucking 9-0 slate start was the stupid Carolina Panthers going up against the Minnesota Vikings. Now, the Panthers defense did not play like the Panthers defense should have,
Called it.
in my opinion. And also, Sam Darnold, he played good, okay? Don't get me wrong. The man marched down on his final drive like 90-some yards to fucking tie the game up. Great game by him. I don't know what the hell. What would you guys say the problem is? You need to help me out. I'm a little confused on what the biggest
In
problem
Carolina,
was. Why they lost that game? What would you say if you had to pin like the biggest factor?
The
Consistency?
mistakes.
Just inconsistent.
yeah.
Because I felt like
And
they
that,
played
that falls
good,
into
but
the
at the same
category of
time-
mistakes, you know, like how consistently do they move the ball downfield and get points? Not consistently enough, clearly.
Oh yeah, they didn't enough. But I mean, the thing is that Minnesota, they had a great game on offense, but I felt
ridiculous.
like, I don't know. I just felt like, in my opinion, from what I was seeing, Carolina was playing so well, and I just didn't understand how they lost that game. It should have gone to OT. It was a really close game. It was a hell of a game, but
It was.
I don't know.
But before we even got to the 1:00 slate, we had a
Oh,
hell of
yeah.
a game from Jacksonville, who picked up a dub
Their first
in
dub
freaking
in
London.
20 games.
They have Trevor Lawrence has never won a professional football game in the United States. Keep that in mind.
Still hasn't. Jaguars still haven't won a game in the
He had to
United
go all the way
States.
to London to find a win.
That's wild, bro. And the Dolphins, good Lord. What happened to this defense?
Yeah, what the fluff?
What the fuck happened?
Fluff! Say fluff!
Fluff! What happened?
There you go. Fluff's very legal. No one dislikes the word fluff.
This defense coming into the year was on my
That
fantasy
was
team with the
illegal.
expectations of
well,
them
it is when
being
you're
very,
trying to
very
not
lethal.
swear all the time.
But
on
after
a
what
freaking
we just
podcast,
saw,
Luke,
I don't even know if it's fucking
Dylan drops
fluff
too
and
many
mind-boggling
F-bombs
because-
for me not to have to tell him to say fluff.
No, I'm just laughing at you said it.
We're gonna start.
It's
I'm gonna start a
very
fluff counter. Yeah, it's legal.
No, I'm just.
Like, you
it's
know,
very
how on
legal to
different-
say fluff.
Yeah, on different like platforms, you can't swear. So it's like illegal on the platform because they will take your shit down. So that's my point. That's my point when it comes to legal. But I couldn't find the word, okay? So legal was the word that I landed on. Were there any other close games? No. There was the Cowboys and Patriots was pretty close. 35-29.
Yeah, that game was a hell of a game. I'll let Luke take it away because, I mean, it was the best thing that happened to him all week.
Boy, I lost in fantasy, so it wasn't.
Oh, I thought you would have been hyped because Dak Prescott went crazy. Anyways, I guess he's not.
Yeah,
But it doesn't
but-
matter.
Why does it matter if I
said
lose?
it was the best thing that happened on your team this week, and
Oh,
you
it
said
was the best thing that
doesn't matter.
happened on his team, yeah.
Oh
Alright,
no,
Luke,
I was a big
how do you
fan
feel
of
about Dak?
Chuba Hubbard. Well, Dak,
Jubba.
okay. So the games, I'm very close, in that I need him to get touchdown passes, or not touchdown passes, but like he just throws. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Touchdown passes.
But yeah, okay, yeah, I said it right. Okay, we're moving on.
Yeah. all right.
The game, I just need like just one. He doesn't throw any. Then the week it doesn't matter. He goes nutty.
That's how it is, man. It just never goes the way that it's supposed to go.
Yeah, and then we're going to talk about how C.D. Lamb ended that game in overtime with that touchdown catch.
Bro, I was sweating. I was sweating during that game. Luke was here. He was watching me ride this fucking bet. I was sitting there. I was like, oh my God. I was like, it's overtime. They won't let me cash out. I'm going to kill somebody. They're going to kick a field goal. They're going to win by a field goal. I had them winning by 4 points. And I'm like, it's overtime. Someone's going to win this game by a field goal, and I'm going to kill myself.
I watched him sweat right before I cashed out my parlay where I just needed the Bills to cover -5.5. Talk about a good call.
Yeah.
I guess the final game. Oh, no, you're good.
I was going to say, I had to ask the group. They're all telling me to ride. In that situation, you just fade the group.
Yeah, honestly.
Simple.
But the final game that I guess we'll talk about, just because they are the only undefeated team still in the NFL, is the Arizona Cardinals beating the Cleveland Browns.
No.
And
not the only game.
Okay.
You're forgetting about the crazy overtime thriller in Pittsburgh.
Whoa!
Thanks to Geno, who led them to come back and go into overtime after I took them on a plus 14.5 point spread at halftime. Love that. I knew it wasn't going to be a blowout. So yeah, I mean, the freaking Arizona game wasn't close.
Yeah, but I do want to talk about it.
They didn't have their running backs.
We were literally talking about it because we were watching Red Zone, and there's 3 games playing, and they're only showing the 2 blowout games. Meanwhile, Dallas and that game was just like neck and neck going at each other to like.
And they're like, oh well, no one's in the red zone, so.
Then they were in the red zone.
That's the only game that's like not decided.
Bro, they're in the red zone, and then they would show one play, and they're like, okay, back to this blowout. Kyler Murray for a touchdown.
Another one.
It's like, wow, cool.
I do think it was
37-14. What a close game.
Okay, then we'll talk about the Seattle game. I think that the Seattle game was good. I like the Seattle game. Very good defensive game, I will say, on both sides of the ball. Pittsburgh needed a good defensive game, but at the same time,
they need a good defensive game every game.
Geno did yeah, they do. But Geno did his job. Also, we have to talk about it because there's no way we can't. Jamal Adams, intro. I'm the best in the nation.
I saw a clip of him getting
Come
beat
on
in the
now.
head.
I know you all saw it.
I saw that, and then it cut.
Yeah,
then it also showed a clip where he just got beamed in the fucking head
with the ball, but he couldn't catch that bitch, bro. Blitz boy couldn't catch it. It was fucking hilarious.
Best in the league.
Oh my God, that was the greatest thing ever.
I'm the best.
It was great. I'm the best in the nation.
Man, I'm the best.
Best in the nation. Duel.
Fucking
it was great. I mean, what do you? We're happy with Geno. I'm happy with Geno.
I'm happy with Geno. I think Seattle fans are happy with Geno too. I think that as a Seattle fan, if you are a Seattle fan, I think that you're feeling a lot better now because you were probably on the fence. Because you don't know, Geno Smith hadn't played in God knows how long, right? They had a whole week to give Geno Smith a game plan versus Geno Smith coming in mid-game just trying to do whatever he can, which was what happened when Russ got injured. I think that there was a different game plan in mind, so like it was meant to help him, but in the first half it didn't look like it was helping. But then the second half, clearly there was adjustments made. because that game ended up going into overtime, which is when I went to bed because my bet was secure.
You know what wasn't secure? My bet. Do you know who was happy with Geno? Me. Do you know who wasn't happy with Deontay Johnson? Me. Because he didn't get into the end zone and prevent. He was the only one that didn't hit, bro.
Luke, list off this crazy parlay real quick. Listen to this way, Dylan. He missed one.
Yeah, I know. This
Deontay Johnson over 49.5 yards, receiving yards. Geno Smith over 169.5 passing yards. Najee Harris over 19.5 receiving yards. Najee Harris over 59.5 rushing yards. Deontay Johnson score anytime. Najee Harris score anytime. Seahawks spread plus 4.5 for plus 4,000.
And the only one that didn't hit was the fucking Deontay Johnson one.
And he always gets the touchdowns in the end zone. Then he gets hurt.
He does. Yeah, then it usually happens before halftime.
Yes.
So,
yeah, bro.
You'd think that one would be kind of locked in the bag.
Yes.
I definitely feel that, and I feel the hurt on that one too.
It hurts so bad.
Final football moments that I gotta say real quick are just Rams won, shout out Ty. They absolutely torched the Giants, and the Lions lost to continue Luke's bet. They are now 0-6.
And they play each other this weekend.
Next week, the Rams and the Lions play.
This week, and oh boy, tune in Saturday because you know putting the bank account on the Rams. Wait, can we talk about the spread?
Matthew Stafford
can we talk about the
for
spread
400 yards.
You guys seen the spread?
No.
16.5 points given to the Rams.
Hey,
16.5.
Hear me out.
Our team has barely scored 16.5 every game.
Hear me out. Matthew Stafford, 500 yards, 4 touchdown passes.
Easy.
One rushing touchdown.
Easy.
And a middle finger to the fucking Lions sideline.
That'd be great. I'm not going to lie. That'd be great.
Honestly, I'd love all of that only because it's Matthew Stafford.
And I'd be cheering him
to my
on as
point,
he did it.
Week 5, the Lions scored 17 points. Week 4, the Lions scored 14 points. Week 3, the Lions scored 17 points. Week 2, 17 points. Week 1, 33 points. So 33, 17, 17, 17, 17 is the number.
Yeah,
we get stopped at 17 every single time. I don't care if we get 17 in the first half and then we don't score at all, or if we have 3 points at halftime, we will end up at 17, but we will not surpass it. So if you can get 3 touchdowns on the Lions, it's a guaranteed dub unless you're San Francisco, I guess. So what the hell?
Staying on Detroit sports, I just want to point this out because I know are we going into basketball next?
Fuck yeah, let's go into basketball.
Okay, the Detroit Pistons are opening the season against the Chicago Bulls, and they are winning at halftime right now, 44-40.
Oh, who won that race to 5?
We love that right now. Jeremy Grant is leading our stat line with 13 points. So
as he should. He's Jeremy Grant. He's supposed to carry the boys.
But the real question is who won the race to 5? That's the question.
I want it to be on you when you figure it out. Nothing else is happening until Luke answers this.
Where is it? Okay. Oh, that's Detroit might have won that.
They won it?
Yeah.
They screwed you.
Damn it!
But anyways, the Pistons are winning right now. So I'm just going to say my prediction is that we lose because Detroit sports, that's what we do.
Sorry. Fair evaluation.
I hate it.
And the one thing that the Pistons couldn't do last year, and I know, all right, the thing is, last year the Pistons played to tank.
Why are you doing that this year, though?
When they got to the fourth quarter, it was all load management. They'd take out Jeremy Grant. They'd take out, all the players that were getting points, and they'd lose the game by 10. Like, it was a freaking designed tank.
Mm-hmm.
It was bad. But this year, We have to show the league, if we're going to be decent, that we can finish games out. If we have the lead, can we keep the lead?
We have
that
to
was
do
the problem last year. When we'd be up by 6 to 10 points in the fourth quarter, and we'd lose the game.
Right. I agree
Come
100%.
on.
Hey, we had to hit the spread.
Yeah, and then there were a couple games that happened yesterday on tip-off, and I just have to start with, obviously, the Los Angeles Lakers game. Yeah, I'm going to start with it, so let's just get that shit out of the way.
All right, then let me just fucking do this real quick. All right, go ahead. Start talking about it.
All right. You can suck my dick. So the Los Angeles Lakers and the Warriors played. So here's what happened. Stephen Curry decided to go out there, play like shit, drop a triple-double, even though he went 2 for 8 behind the line. Did not cook. Somehow still dropped a triple-double. He even said
he cooked up a triple-double to beat the Lakers.
Then, here's what you saw on the Lakers side of the ball. So LeBron James play like LeBron James, drop 34 points, play his job. You saw AD do his job and also drop 33 points. And then on top of it, what was the problem, you ask? Russell Westbrook. What the fuck happened?
He walked in wearing a yellow wife beater.
Dog shit.
That's what happened. He had red pants on and a yellow wife beater. Yeah. You know who else does shit like that? Cam Newton. Where's he right now? Oh, right. Style doesn't matter. No style points. 0 style points for Russ.
On the court, 0 style points.
Off the court, negative style points.
I mean, here's my thing. The Lakers
and a scarf tied around his neck. It was like a 3-inch scarf.
That fourth quarter was hard to watch. The Lakers fell apart in the fourth, and the Warriors had team takeover. And you know what happens when one team has team takeover and you have Steph Curry on your team? It's a W.
You win.
It's a fat W. And that's exactly what happened last night. Also, there was another game. Luke, do you have anything to add on to this game before I move on to the other one?
No, I
didn't think you did.
Other than your team lost.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. The other game that happened was the Nets game and the Bucks game. Now, I'm going to start with you, Ty. What did you think of this game?
Giannis is the best player in the world. LeBron is not the best anymore. Giannis found a shot. He now has a jump shot, and it's game over.
GG's.
That's the only thing that he didn't have locked down was the jump shot. You can't out-rebound him. You can't out-pass him. Now you're getting close to the point where you can't outshoot him.
And he doesn't do layups because he dunks it anytime he gets in the perimeter.
He can't do a layup. He's too tall.
His arms are too long, exactly.
He goes for a layup, and if it's not a finger roll, he's going to throw it off the backboard, and it's going to go like 10 feet up. Like, he's got to dunk it. He probably figured that out at a young age. So I can't lay the ball up. I'm as tall as the rim. I gotta dunk it. So
didn't have a choice.
All I have to say is that Giannis is the best basketball player in the world right now. And I think the game would have been different had Kyrie Irving been playing. But
Kyrie ain't playing in any home game all year in New York. That is unbelievable. Yeah. 41 games out of the season he's not playing in, a.k.a.
Yeah. You know who's about to play 0? I know that we're not talking about this game, but Luke, before I say what I'm going to say, do you have anything to comment on this game?
No.
All right. We're going to talk about this. Ben motherfucking Simmons.
Yeah, fuck his old...
We got to talk about him. Showing up to practice, sweatpants on, phone in his pocket, looking like a bum. Dribbling the ball by himself, refusing to sub into drills, and then the coach kicked him out of practice. Dylan, how do you feel about this Ben Simmons situation? What do you think happens here?
Ben Simmons don't want to be on the 76ers anymore. Ben Simmons said, you know what, bro? Get me out of here. And I think that the only way that you could show that to management is by what happened last year in Houston when James Harden didn't want to play on the Rockets. What did he do? What did he do?
He pretended to be fat.
No, he didn't show up. So right
we
now,
pretended to be fat.
He
showed up and he was... Okay, wait. Can we talk about this? He showed up like 50 pounds heavier than he should have been. And then he got traded, and all of a sudden he looked normal.
we talked about that. But I swear I'm gonna lose my train of thought. That's the only reason why I'm just okay. That is funny as fuck though.
He didn't get Ben didn't get fat.
Ben didn't get fat. So Ben said, you know what? The only way that in my head I can honestly let the 76ers management know I don't want to be here is I'm going to be a little bitch. I'm not going to participate with the team. This is honestly high school shit. This is what you do when you're mad about your minutes, like type shit. And he's doing it. Most importantly, he's getting fined all off season for this drama. He's getting fined as the season's about to start. He didn't play game 1. I don't know how much longer Ben Simmons lasts on the 76ers. I don't think it's very long, though.
Okay, well, here's my take. I don't know how much longer Ben Simmons lasts in the NBA.
You don't think anyone's going to take him?
I don't think anybody wants that.
Yeah,
no one wants the shit that he's doing is far worse than what James Harden did. Far worse than what Kyrie Irving did. Like, those guys wanted out. They got out. But it was not this big of like a, I don't want to play.
It is. That's what it is.
Just don't show up if you're going to be like that. Like, I don't know, man. The NBA's got a weird system.
And also,
I definitely think the Philadelphia 76ers have their heads shoved so far up their own asses they don't know what to do. When
Sixers
clearly
fans,
you just got to get rid of this man.
They don't
put him as a free agent. Let him have the Kaepernick experience.
There you go, right there. I agree 100%.
God.
All right, we clocked out 3 sports. Let's get
5 years from now, we're gonna hear about how Ben Simmons is still training and ready to go.
He's gonna be another Kaepernick, bro. Because I feel like if he gets out of the league, everyone's gonna be like, man, look at Ben Simmons in this high school gym, jump rec league. Look at his shot, man. He's doing real good, and then he's never gonna come back in the league.
Yeah, well, he's never gonna get the NBA tryout or whatever the fuck.
Right.
But I just think that like when you cause that much drama in an organization, that every other organization is gonna look at you and be like, why would we want that for us? Like if you're not player number 1 on our team, then what? You're gonna throw a hissy fit? Like I can't see any organization wanting to deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
So, good luck, Ben. That's all I have to say about that. So the last thing we have today is some puck. Say the best for last, and I think puck's the best.
Puck.
So let's talk about some puck. So specifically, the Detroit Red Wings is what I want to touch on first, because the Detroit Red Wings off to a hot start. 0. That's how many regulation losses we have so far. 0. And I love that because that means that every single game we've played so far, we've gotten points. 2 dubs, 1 loss.
In overtime.
5 points.
Also,
to who?
The biggest thing I want to point out about this Red Wings team and every game I've seen so far, we are a fluffing goon squad. I love it.
I watched a documentary
we're a goon squad
about the Trashers. Right? It was this
we watched
guy
that like a month ago.
Yeah, this guy bought a team for his kid, whatever, right? The Trashers, we look like 70% of that.
Bro, we're playing good hockey. And then did you see the other night when there was a problem with one of our men got hit behind the back into the boards?
Raymond.
And Larkin, Raymond got hit. And Larkin and Bertuzzi just went up to him, 2v1'd him, put him on the fucking ice. I loved it. I love the goon squad, one aspect. And then on top of it, you're going to keep getting wins and keep getting points. You have me both arms in the air, fucking take me anywhere. Like, honestly, I love it.
No, this is the kind of hockey Detroit lives for.
This is the
You might not win every game, but if
cups.
You're losing the game and the fans get to see you beat the shit out of the other team physically with your fists, you might lose the game. But that's what we come to see. That's what we've come to know in Detroit sports and Detroit hockey. We are going to get into a fight at some point. Now, the problem, and here's what I want to talk about, more specifically just regarding the NHL. I think, and this has been in not just the Wings games, but I noticed it more in the Wings games because I watch those more intensely. The refs are not letting fighting happen this year.
Actually, that might be true, but there was actually a clip. I think I seen the other day where a ref let two fighters go. Like they let them fight because they had them all tied up.
As
He
they
was
should.
separating them, and he was like, "All right, fine, just go."
I think
Let
they're
'em go at
quicker
it.
with it. I think they know if it's a one-on-one. Do you know when there would be like little type of just like pushing and shoving scruffles, and you can tell they're not going to fight, they're just going to push back, and they'll break those up? I think those are
Now-
escalating more into like when they could be fights, but the refs aren't letting them turn into potential fights. If you know
Now,
what I
could
mean.
this
Exactly.
be the last tasting of refs we had was playoff refs where they let a lot of
That is also a
go.
very good point, Luke. I didn't think
So
about
we
that.
could just be used to everything just being let go no matter what.
The cup refs, especially, were very lenient. So
Just
that is
playoff
true.
refs in general. I mean, they're just like, okay,
It's
let the boys
always
play.
It's always been like that, and I like that about the NHL is that when they
Right.
get to playoff time, it's like, could it be a
You-
trip? Yeah, but all the 50-50 calls
Or
don't get called,
yeah,
and they shouldn't.
But,
get called. It's the playoffs. Like
We got
Let the boys
some
play.
updated puck luck picks, if I'm not wrong. So
we do.
let's crack those real quick.
We do, and I'm at a staggering 16% accuracy because I'm 1-5. I've been very unlucky. Snoop Luke 4-2, 66%. McDilly 3-3 at a 50-50, and
50-50.
the Wanderer at 33%, 2-4. And he's here,
oh, there he is.
and he's here. So
Moving on.
puck luck picks. Whew. All right. Puck luck picks results. So, like I said, I showed you what the records are. But from last week, Snoop 2-1, Dylan 1-2, and me and Jesse went 0-3. So, how about that?
Let's go. I wanted to
about
ride
that
the
shit?
wings so bad, but I did not trust it just because we always play good against Tampa. So I was like, I can't trust that yet. But like, I'm trusting it now.
Yeah. No, there's a good reason too. I mean, I guess it worked out because.
All right, what
I
are the
just
games
can't-
we
I
got?
can't figure it out.
What's next? I'm feeling hot.
All right, we
What
got
are 3 here next?
Wings and Flames tomorrow.
Ooh. Well,
We can
because they're
do this
hot and
hot
because I
stuff.
picked them last time and they're the only game I got right, I'm staying Detroit. Give me the Wings.
Well, because unless you're the Oilers or the Maple Leafs, if you're a Canadian team, you suck. I choose Wings.
Well,
Tyler, are you completing the sweep?
I am completing the sweep because of what I said specifically about Washington when Luke was talking about hot starts. This is what I'm talking about. This was the shit that I'm talking about. When Detroit had that shitty year like 3 years ago, like really shitty, but they started off like 6-1. This is that shit. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The Red Wings start off hot, and then we fall into like a skit where we become an average hockey team again. But
Well, we got Stevie
right
Y.
now, I'm riding the hot start.
Perfect.
Well, we got
Love that
Stevie
wing
Y,
sweep.
so like maybe it'll
Stevie
just
Y's
stay
Goon
hot.
Squad.
Maybe there was something in there that we just didn't know, but
Dead Wings
We're finding
to
out now.
Glory Wings overnight.
Come on now.
hey, I mean, they were the Dead Wings, and for how long? I mean, was Steve a part of that? Was he?
He was a part of the end. He got him out of it.
Well, he's about to get us out of it again. Look at that guy.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this guy saving
Literally.
Detroit
His
twice.
first season in Detroit, after the first season, everyone wanted him gone. But then he's like, nah, I'm going to stay and fix your organization. And then leave, go to Tampa, build up their team, then come back, be like, hey, how's it going? I'm here
Hey.
to save the day.
I'm
Miss me?
back.
Look, I'm good at this.
Yeah, you can tell.
He
I'm
said-
good at this
But he
shit.
said, "Look, guys, I'm pretty good at this shit, huh?" They
You
said,
know
"Hey
what's
Ken,
crazy is
hey Ken, yeah, we got to get you the fuck out of here, man."
because
Yeah,
all last year
Yeah,
when
you're
Tampa
not
was
allowed
celebrating,
to.
Stevie
you
Y
can go
was
waste
telling all the
McDavid's
boys.
career.
Stevie Y was telling all the boys when Tampa was lifting the cup last year. He's like, "Hey man, I built that team, so just keep that in mind. Future's looking
they,
good."
they called up
And
Ken.
for
They're
some
like,
odd reason, that's the team we play the best against.
right? They
Because
said to Ken,
know.
hey, this ain't a promotion anymore. You can't deny this. You're out of here.
The Wings
this
are
is not a
like,
promotion.
when they play Tampa, they're like, this is what we're going to be in a couple of years. So this is the biggest test we can have. And that's why they play so hard.
Oh yeah.
That's what I think.
Oh yeah.
But
what's game
What's
I
game
want to
2?
mention about the Wings, Dylan, is that you know how we have some enforcer guys right now showing some enforcing strategy with Bertuzzi and Giovanni Smith and
I
whatever.
love me some Giovanni Smith.
Don't forget who's on the Grand Rapids Griffins and can get called up at any time. Luke Witkowski, who we retained.
Why
They
is he
could
on the
have-
team now?
They could have
Yeah.
3 forwards on the same line that are all going to beat the living shit out of someone.
Ooh, I want
That's
him called
scary.
up so bad.
But Luke Witkowski, Giovanni Smith, Tyler Bertuzzi.
That
We love
line
it.
would muck.
And even the rookie that got his first goal last game. Props to
Raymond.
him, by the way.
Raymond.
Yeah. Props to him.
Lucas
He's 6'6", 220 pounds.
Yeah.
He's not to be messed with.
Nah.
And
He wasn't taking shit
he's
game
been getting
one.
he's been getting some shit like thrown at him because he's a rookie. But he's held his own. And as you saw last game, even when he gets hit from behind and doesn't even know who he's supposed to be going after, there's already 2 guys on top of his ass looking to kill him.
Exactly.
Love
So,
that.
Love that. Love that. But the second game we got up is the Colorado Avalanche and the Florida Panthers.
The Panthers have been rolling.
They have. So
We
if
wanna
I'm-
talk about
if
hot
I'm gonna believe in
starts.
myself and what I predicted about hot starts, I have to go Florida.
We want to talk about hot starts. The Florida Panthers is it.
Give me Colorado.
You got it.
Thank you.
I will give them to you. Why?
Because I think that, you want me to be completely honest?
Yes,
last time I
do.
picked
I don't want you to
last time
lie.
I picked Colorado, the second that I picked against them, I regretted it. And I was like, I don't like this feeling at all. And then they won, and I said, if I hit my next 3 games, Colorado's in that at all, one of the 6 teams, I'm picking Colorado. And you name them.
That's fine. All right, that's a good reason.
That was
Luke.
my reason.
I'm going Panthers.
For the same reasons as what Tyler said about the hot start.
Well, I just think they're one of the hottest teams right now.
Right, okay, yeah.
So yeah, basically, we're kind of on the same page.
Basically,
It's
Yeah,
not the same
but-
words.
Yeah.
The final game for Puck Luck Picks is the Washington Capitals taking on the New Jersey Devils.
You know,
I think it's an easy Caps pick, but that's why I'm worried.
listen, I don't think that at all because the Devils have been playing some good hockey.
They're a lot like the Red Wings right now. When it comes to like the young skill players.
The hell is that?
Yeah, why is it like
Bro, what the hell? Oh. Like somebody was whacking off.
I'm jerking it under the table now.
Bro, that's what I thought. I was like, what the hell is going on?
I was like, who's hitting a drum?
It's the woodpecker outside.
Give me Washington. Because I haven't seen I think it's an easy Washington dub in my opinion. I haven't seen New Jersey do anything that impressive this year, and I've seen Washington play good hockey.
Listen.
So
We got
Fair enough.
three hot teams that we're picking for, like games that we're picking from basically.
okay.
One of them has to fall. And I'm choosing it's going to be the Caps. Give me the Devils.
Well, the Panthers are gonna fall. That's why I picked Colorado.
Well, no.
All right. Well, when it comes to this game, I am very much in the middle. My brain does not
Okay.
know which one I'm supposed to pick. So let me get a quarter.
This
He's leaving his
way to figure it out.
Well, he's at 16%.
he
I
said,
mean,
let me
might as
flip a
well.
coin real quick.
I'm 50-50. Don't you flip a coin when you're 50-50?
I mean,
you're-
yes, but okay. Yeah, that's
Would it
fair.
be better if I put the bottle cap? Is that what you prefer?
Well, I'm saying just because you're 1-5 at a 16%, that like you might as well. Gotta try something.
Dylan,
Point.
what team's heads?
The team that I picked,
I already
Caps.
forgot what that is.
Capitals. Heads Capitals, tails Devils.
Tails! Go Devils.
Woo!
All right. Now that that's settled.
I think that's everything.
I don't know if I like or dislike having the 1-5 guy on my pick.
He's riding 2 out of your.
Deal
I
with
was
it.
riding all 3. Yeah.
If I'm going down,
You're
No.
going down with
someone's going to go down with me.
If I'm going up, I might as well tag you along.
If you're going up, you better fucking drag me.
I'll bring you back to normal. Don't worry.
Dude, thank you, because I need that. But that's all we have for today's episode of Ride the Tide Sports Podcast. For the first time in a long time, we actually kept it under an hour. I don't know how that managed to
Holy
happen.
balls.
But how about that? We kept it under an hour. That usually
Imagine
doesn't
that.
happen.
Who would have thought?
Not me. I'm
Not
probably
me.
one of the only people that wouldn't have thought, because I didn't think it was. I thought it was going to be like an hour and a half, but because it usually is.
Thank
'Cause
you, NBA,
usually we
for
ramble.
only being 2 games. And thank you, NFL, for being 70% blowout games.
And thank you, MLB, for only being 2 games.
Exactly. That was a combination of what kept this bitch under an hour.
Yes. So, if you Wings.
Yes.
We love it.
Avs,
Okay. Finish it out with
Caps,
me. Finish it out with me.
Oopsies.
Finish it out with me. He knows.
Caps,
He knows what's up.
and then
It's Jesse.
He's riding
it's
my
Jesse.
boat. That's what I'm saying.
You got me and Luke both clicking the same thing at the same time.
Thank
Jesse,
you,
the only
Jesse.
question I have is why
Me
in the world your
too.
YouTube name is Mr. Black Star?
Yeah, can you explain
39.
that real quick? We got time.
Also,
Yeah, we
why
have
30?
time.
Why
You
39?
can come out of your room and actually just come right here and tell me. I want to actually hear
Was
why
1
your
through
name is Mr.
38
Black Star.
taken?
Couldn't be Mr. Black Star 1. Couldn't be Mr. Black Star 2.
Sat there.
I guess they
Sorry,
settled
I'm
on
gonna get
39. Let's see if he's going to tell us or not. Long story.
Long story. Maybe we'll find out Saturday. Or shit, maybe is he coming out?
So,
All right.
He's here.
Black Star, character from an anime that I peeped. He's fire, used the sword. 39, YouTube gave it to me. I have no affiliation with the number 39. And Mr., well,
So 1 through 38 was taken then.
He said, so what was 38 was taken then? Like,
Because
clearly.
YouTube was probably like,
Must
yeah,
have
they
been.
can give you
Must
1 through
have been.
38.
That's hilarious.
It's like,
I was like, oh, someone definitely paid attention to the games, and it's Jesse. Oh.
I was like, yeah, somebody's right about. You know what's funny? I didn't know it was Jesse, so I was like, oh, this guy, he has my picks. So he wrote my picks. F you guys, and I was like, oh, it's Jesse. Hell yeah, Jesse,
No,
let's
so-
go.
So yeah, Dylan and Jesse on the same picks. Me and Luke on the same picks.
exact.
We'll see what
Yeah,
happens.
exact.
Someone's
See what
gonna
happens next
sink,
week.
and it ain't gonna be us.
Yeah, we'll see. You also got 1 and 5.
Someone's
on your
going
team.
down.
Okay.
We're
Well,
either
1
gonna
and
have to
5
flip swing or
has Mr. 4 and 2 on his
downhill.
team.
We're going crazy.
Yeah,
Wonder.
and you're 3 and
Come on
3,
now.
and he's 2 and 4. So overall, it's like the same. So screw off.
Right, you're not wrong.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like Luke, you're 4 and 2. Okay, combined, we are 5 wins. You guys combined 5 wins. Oh, look at that.
That's sure you're
It's
not
solid,
wrong.
it's a solid 2 and 2 pack.
Dylan.
You couldn't have won
We going
2.
up.
We're going up. Don't worry, Jess. I already know.
So you already knows.
Already know.
All right, well, that's all we got for today's
All right.
podcast. What, Luke?
Oh, I was gonna say you learned your lesson, fading me.
Sometimes lessons got to be learned the hard way. Well, that's all we got for today's podcast. Thanks for watching. If you didn't watch, shame on you. You should be watching. This is a great podcast. Join us on Saturday for getting the college football picks and the NFL picks. If you want them from McDilly himself, maybe you can get him to post them on Twitter because he had 9 freaking games that went the way he predicted them to. So
That's crazy.
maybe you should take Dylan's advice on Sunday. But
Hey, Dylan, I'm with you. All my picks kind of hit too.
Yeah, stop trying to steal my spotlight.
No, I'm just trying to support.
Yeah, come on,
Luke,
man.
you are the master right now at college football picks, okay?
Facts.
I'll tell you right now, that's the one thing no
Facts.
one's touching you, and I don't give a damn.
On like really interesting predictions too, like too exact for my liking. But join us on Saturday for the college football picks from Snoop Luke. He's been killing those recently. I know
What are you gonna do, Ty?
Michigan needs to dub. I'm gonna continue to be the host of this wonderful podcast and make sure I keep everybody in check because that's what I do best.
Get ready for the race to fives.
Yeah, get ready for the race to fives from Snoop Luke. If you guys didn't know, the race to fives in the NBA are a huge betting prop for our guy Snoop Luke here. So expect to get a lot of those. Expect to get college football on Saturday. Expect to get NFL football on Saturday. Expect to hear that one of the MLB series has ended. Expect to hear that too. That might just happen. You never know. So with that, we will talk to you guys on Saturday. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Ride the Tide Sports Podcast is brought to you by Vegas Sports Advantage.
Welcome to VegasSportsAdvantage.com, the website where you can win with us. It doesn't matter.
Ride the Tide Sports Podcast is brought to you by Vegas Sports Advantage.
Welcome to VegasSportsAdvantage.com, the website where you can win with us. It doesn't matter if your favorite team is playing.
It doesn't matter what you think.
What matters is which team has the best odds to win. Our MIT team has had a winning record every year for the past 15 years. This gives us the confidence to guarantee all of our packages. We have the highest verified record. Don't miss out. Get in the game. It doesn't matter which sport it is.
It doesn't matter what you think.
Win with Vegas Sports Advantage. Go to VegasSportsAdvantage.com to start winning today.